I'm Deborah Bagata-Bowles. I'm the president and CEO of the YMCA of Delaware, and I am pleased and excited to be here with you today to make two very special announcements. So pay attention because they're really good. So the first announcement is that our downtown YMCA here, you're sitting in it, is going to open its doors this summer to teenagers who live in the city of Wilmington free of charge. So any young person that comes up to the doors gets a free membership to the Y. We've got lots of great stuff scheduled for them, and you're going to hear a little bit more about that later. This really came as the seed of an idea from many conversations that I had with the governor, with the mayor, with all of you in this room, really tasking us with figuring out a way to create a more positive experience for teenagers this summer in the city. So that's the first thing, free membership to the Y here at the downtown Y for the summer. The second thing, and I don't think it's over embellishing it to say that it's an historic collaboration between and among the Boys and Girls Club, the Latin American Center, the West End Neighborhood House, and the YMCA. All four of us got together and we had another collective conversation about, well, why can't a kid who goes to West End be a member of the Y, be a member of the Boys and Girls Club, be a member of the Latin American Center? So we've agreed to this collaborative to test it for the summer. Any young person that's a part of any one of those agencies is a member of all of them. So we hope in throwing out this collective safety net that we are able to serve more kids and that almost on any given day or night, there'll be something for young people to do in the city of Wilmington. So between these two things, this collaboration, the Y memberships, we think we're gonna have a different kind of summer here in Wilmington for our kids. So we're really, really excited.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is a great announcement, and I give so much credit to Deb for pulling all of this together. You and I spoke, we spoke a while back, but then you called me maybe not more than 6 weeks ago, and she said she would love to find a way to figure out to, give kids in Wilmington an opportunity to use the Y during the summer. I said, well, that's a great idea, and she said, well, I got to go raise money. I said, okay. And here we are. And I mean, seriously, this is really, I think, so important because we all know, and we hear it from kids all the time, that they don't have enough to do. But I think that the fact that you've pulled this off with this group of sponsors, and she mentioned those of you who were helping to fund this, and I just want to say how much I appreciate it because I just think it is that important. And I think providing an opportunity for these young people during the summer to enjoy these facilities and to do something positive is huge.
Well, first of all, good afternoon, everyone. I think this is a great day. We're putting our money on the table, and we're not saying things we're going to do. We're already going to do that. And I want to thank all the partners up here who have worked together. And Paul, you've been an advocate for kids. I mean, you used to drive me crazy in the General Assembly when you come down. And I mean that. You've done such a great job, and I want to thank you, George. Me and you go way back. What you've done for the Boys and Girls Club and your commitment to the city of Wilmington, and Larry, years ago when you had your center, I think you're getting ready to jumpstart that again. I mean, a lot of children that would have been arrested went to your center, and you've turned around to productive adults. They're school teachers and everything else now. And this is the things we need. We need people who are very committed and not just talking. And M&T Bank, I appreciate you being here and the things you've done, and all the other players. And this morning we had Bank of America come in and give us an additional $50,000. We could hire an additional 45 kids. We just broke a record. We're going over 625 jobs for our children. And I want to say that's what it's all about. All of us are players, and we all have to be a team and be committed. If we're going to save these children and we're going to save our society, we all have to be a team player. Politics has to go out the window. We have to be committed to our children, and I think this is the way to go and this is the way to start. And believe me, I used to be one of those children, and I'm an advocate for those kids because I know what happens when people don't look out for you. I know what happens when people don't help you. I know what happens when you don't have mentors. I know what happens when the Boys and Girls Club's doors shut. That's why I gave them $1.6 million to keep them open when I was chairman of Joint Finance. God bless you.
Good afternoon, everyone. When we received the phone call from the YMCA asking us to be involved, to sit to the table, we're always open to doing things for the kids. Captain Macetic was actually the first at the table to sit down and listen to the issues and concerns that were facing our children. So when we heard that this would be an opportunity for us to provide service for another safe haven in the city, something for our kids to do this summer that would keep them off the streets, giving them an opportunity to stay away from the police in a negative manner, and we saw that this was a positive thing that we could get involved in. So through Captain Macetic, we're going to engage in making sure that we provide a presence and then have officers come in to talk to the kids on the different issues that they're going through throughout the summer. So again, we're glad to be a part of this, and we hope this is successful for the summer, so thank you.
Next, I'd like to invite Lee Bunting, our Downtown Executive Director, up to tell you a little bit more about what the young people are going to be doing.
Well, welcome to the Central YMCA. I'm very proud to be the executive director here of this institution that's served the citizens of Wilmington and Newcastle County for 85 years. It's just been it's been a great institution. And we're going to take on another new chapter in that success with our Take on the Summer initiative. That's what we're calling this summer. That's going to keep kids active, going to keep them healthy, and keep them engaged in a very positive manner. As mentioned before, I'd like to thank Theo, my board chairman, and we have Dan and Mike and Gail and Dennison here from our board to give us a lot of support that make this all possible, help raise some of the funds, open some doors with your contacts. And that's what it's all about, just like Dennis said. We're all in this together, all the partners are together, and we keep one thing in the front of our mind, and that's the youth. So thanks for all that. It's my pleasure to also introduce to you today Greg Morris. Greg is going to be our leader for the Take on Summer. He's going to be the leader of the program director. Greg comes to us with just a whole lot of experience in working with kids all over the country. He's a hard worker. He's a dedicated worker. But most of all, he really cares about kids. You can see it in his eyes. You can see it in his deeds. We've had several meetings, and you can just tell that his heart ticks with the heartbeat of youth and what's best for them and for our city. So he's a perfect fit for what we want to do. He's got contacts on the streets. He's got contacts in city government. He's got contacts in the business community. So, Greg, welcome, and why don't you come up and say a few words.
Good afternoon. My name is Greg Morris. I'm from the Morris Project, and I want to just say first to the YMCA administration, to the board, to all of my colleagues that made this happen for me. I'm extremely humbled to have this opportunity. Thank you so much. As a person that lives, works, and socializes in the community that I live in, that I also serve, I know the importance of this opportunity for our kids in this community. The YMCA is one of the premier, if not the premier, facility for fitness and family in the entire state, as well as this region. I'm very honored to have this opportunity. I know what this means for our kids for the next 10 weeks. We want this to shape up to be the premier summer program in the state. With the resources that are allotted to us, with the guidance that I have between the board and my leaders and my mentorship, we plan to make a lot of noise this summer. Thank you to Chrissy. I want to say hi to Chrissy. Thank you so much for everything. And I just really am honored for this. Thank you to the mayor's office, to the police chief, who I've met with several times, and to our board. Thank you so much.
And so cutting right through the red tape is important for these kinds of initiatives. And I'd like to thank George. George has been doing this up and down the state and up and down the peninsula for many, many years. And he's really a quiet leader who cares about kids. So I just want to thank George. And finally, this is like an ATM card with no fees. The young people can go into any facility and just basically say, I'm here, I want to participate, versus having to go through red tape. of having to pay a membership fee or having to be from some particular neighborhood. So we think having young people something to do in each center every night throughout the summer, we hope will give them a solid basis for their summer and a safe haven for them to play and to recreate in. And we thank everyone for their support in coming today. Thank you.
Well, it is indeed an exciting day. Thank you all for being here. This collaboration, I think, is going to have a tremendous impact upon young people. One of the things that I know I'm very concerned about, and I know many of you share this concern as well, is what is taking place with young people across this country as it relates to law enforcement and interaction with police officers. About 2 months ago, we conducted a training program where we now have 20 individuals from 7 different agencies, including the police department and the United Way, who will now be trained facilitators who will go into different parts of the community, including this facility here, and be able to talk with young people about their rights as an individual, but also their interaction with law enforcement and the way to handle themselves and hopefully avoid some of the terrible things that we've seen in other parts of this country. So if that makes a difference for even one young person, that is well worth it. We're excited about this.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Edgar Martinez. I am with the Latin American Community Center. I'm the Director of Youth Development there at the agency. I just want to say how happy I am and proud of our city and our leaders in the city to put this effort together, and thank you so much to the YMCA for doing this. It's good to know that no matter what time of day, no matter what day of the week, throughout the summer, our youth in the city of Wilmington have a place to go to be in a positive environment around positive people that can make a difference in these people's lives. At the Latin American Community Center, we try and we make effort after effort to make sure that our youth in our neighborhood have a place to go 5 days a week, sometimes even out throughout the weekend. We have an evening enrichment program that we offer our kids to come and participate in this program throughout the week, again, to keep them in a positive environment. But sometimes during the daytime, they have no place to go. So it's good to know that now they can come to the YMCA, partake of the services that are going on here, and again, to just be surrounded by wonderful people like everyone in this room that cares about the city of Wilmington youth. It makes a big difference. It makes a huge difference in the kids in their lives. So again, thank you so much. I look forward to working with every single one of you, and let's keep this going.
And again, thank you so much for coming and supporting us today. We really appreciate it. We're really excited. Thank you so much.